Merry Christmas, everybody, all the way from San Diego. Hi, everybody. This is AALS3179, and also welcome, everybody. Merry Christmas to all my viewers from AALS3179. We're going to Stadium Championship Series South as we're going down south in Southern California and San Diego for Stadium Championship Series South. Anyways, as you guys look at the bracket right now, we're getting ready to start our Christmas special right here. We hope you have a great Merry Christmas and also Happy New Year's coming up. So anyways, let's get ready to get started with the show. Sonic the Hedgehog in the Gravedigger monster truck, and he's pulling up the line here around 1 here in San Diego. We're at Petco Park, home of the San Diego Padres, and his opponent will be taking on Drew in 32 degrees. This is going to be a good matchup right there between Drew and Sonic, even though they face each other multiple times. So far, Sonic has more winning records than Drew. Let's see, can Drew try to scratch that up right there. And here we go. The race has started right now, and it looks like both of the trucks, both of the back of the right side of the car of the tire and already has hit the side of the ramp, although it's going to keep it balanced on both of the guys. But you know what, it's going to get it. And Sonic the Hedgehog looks like he's having a little trouble, and it looks like Drew's taking the lead right now. Sonic looks like he missed the ramp, and it's going to cause him a 5-second penalty. And yep, your winner is going to be Drew in 32 degrees. Now the reason why Gravedigger lost because he missed that jumping ramp, and that's considered a 5-second penalty. Let's go look at the replay right now. Sonic the Hedgehog made a big, bad, crucial mistake here. On the first jump, he really missed the first ramp, and it's way too late. Even though if he didn't miss it, he would still be in the race, but that's considered a 5-second penalty. So Gravedigger is out of the race, and it's been a while. Drew has beat Sonic. Now pulling up the line, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Timmy Turner's son, Ryan Turner, in the Kraken monster truck. He's getting ready to get started, and his opponent will be taking on Emmett in Velociraptor, all the way from Bricksville, you could say from the Lego movie. Now this is a battle between Creation, second generation from a show, coming up against the main character from a movie, you know, the Lego movie, all that stuff, as they're going to get ready to pull up the line. Here we go, Kraken and Velociraptor. Both trucks are looking good right there. Here it is, and looks like Velociraptor's having a little trouble, and Kraken's taking the lead, looks like it. And Kraken, oh, Ryan, be careful, you're going to bang the wall right there. So far, Velociraptor and Kraken are having a little bit of a trouble right there on the first turn right there. And now we're going to the final turn, Kraken and Velociraptor. Let's see who's going to make it to the turn. Emmett has trouble right there, and it looks like your winner goes to Ryan. And Ryan, oh my goodness. And it looks like the back of the left tire had already crunched it off the, the rim, and it looks like the truck is already totaled. And now the officials have slowed down Velociraptor because you want to be careful by hitting Kraken. Let's go look at the replay again. What happened was Ryan, look what happened, that his back of the left tire, probably it gave too much balance and it lost the rim, and probably he broke the bar. I'm not so sure he's eligible to do skills, but I don't know if he's going to do freestyle. But I know skills for sure he's going to miss out. I don't know about freestyle, but it's going to be a while. Now pulling up the line, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Summer's boyfriend, or should I say husband, Ethan El Toro Loco, and his opponent is Ryan's father, Timmy Turner, in the Hot Wheels Racing. Although Timmy Turner is going to be in Anaheim soon, this is slightly like a hometown show to him, even though Dimsdale, you could say, located on both. And oh, did I saw Timmy Turner red light? I'm not so sure yet, but I got to wait till what the officials called. Let's see what the officials, I'm not an expert in this one. So that's a good start right there on both guys right there. So far, I believe Timmy Turner did red lighted it. I'm not so sure if it's true or not. And it looks like El Toro Loco has a 5-second penalty coming up into the final turn, and it looks like Hot Wheels is getting ready right there. And here comes El Toro Loco, and Hot Wheels will be touching the line first. And it looks like, he didn't red light it, but Timmy Turner has flipped the truck over, and he's going to go backstage another one. Back to back, well, even though Kraken was already totaled and now Hot Wheels already flipped the truck over, but this is a really bad call for Timmy Turner. It looks like he tried to get the truck back on all 4 wheels, but unfortunately they shut him down, so it's way too late. Now pulling up the line, here comes Drew's twin brother, Gru, another character from Despicable Me, even though he's a main character in the Scorcher monster truck, and his opponent, Mavis Dracula and Lucas Stabilizer. So far, Mavis is having a little bit of a slightly, situation going on with her tour right now. Although she's still remaining undefeated, but the question is, can her undefeated still remains undefeated for her winning tour? If she doesn't win her tour, then that's it. Her undefeated days are over. So far, her and Tank are having some things going on. Although Tank is doing a little bit better and stuff. Anyways, let's get to racing right now. So far, it looks like Gru's taking the lead over Mavis Dracula. Mavis is, 5-second penalty to Mavis Dracula and the Lucas Oil Stabilizer. Mavis Dracula is having a little trouble, and oh my goodness, that's a nasty crash. I did not see that coming, and it looks like they're going to have to say that Stabilizer win the race because unfortunately Scorcher has already made a crash out there. Let's go look at the replay right now. That was the craziest crash I have ever saw in my history life. So far, the problem is Scorcher had the lead, but when he banged up to that container, and it looks like he broke the wheel off the truck, so that means it's going to consider losing his ability to go to round 2, so it's going to cost him. Anyways, we're going to go to round 2. It'll be Whiplash taking out 32 Degrees, Megalodon, Velociraptor, Bakugan, El Toro Loco, and Black Pearl will be taking out Stabilizer. This is going to be a good round 2, I'll be honest. What a great way to start with Christmas, even though some crashing moments right now for the last 3 trucks we had so far that, we had so many 3 crashes going on, and it's crazy out there. Anyway, so reassigning from round 1, here comes Drew and the 32 Degrees. He knocked out Sonic and Gravedigger. Now his opponent, Summer Smith, in the Whiplash monster truck all the way from Rick and Morty. Although it's kind of weird that, not putting some Summer or Morty in the north side of the tour because they're from Seattle. I know that they have to be in the west show or north show. That way they can do the Seattle show. Apparently they're in the south side, which, even though all that stuff, so the only north they're going to be in is, East Rutherford and Foxborough, but that's in the northeastern territory, even though they're from Seattle. Anyways, a good, perfect start by between both guys right there, and it looks like Drew's having trouble, and whoa, careful, Drew. It looks like there's been a crash, and the officials have shut down both trucks. Summer Smith will be the considered winner because, 32 Degrees did not finish the course, unfortunately, because I don't know how did this happen or why. So let's go look at the replay right now for what's going on. So the story goes to Drew in 32 Degrees. He gets out there to the jump, and for some reason the jump, I don't know how, the truck had lost its balance during that jump, and it forced its way to flip it over, so that's going to cost him. Now pulling up the line, ladies and gentlemen, Emmett in the Velociraptor monster truck. He's getting ready to get started right there to pulling up to the line. And now his opponent will be taking on this gal right here, Jessica in Megalodon. She is based off from the show, another show from Rick and Morty. This is going to be a good matchup. If Jessica wins this match, she will face Summer because it's a battle between Morty's, Morty's sister versus Morty's girlfriend / wife, you could say. Well, former girlfriend, but now wife because they're married in this world. So it's going to be Morty's going to see his sister and wife face each other on the track, but that's if Megalodon wins. Pulling up the line, both guys are looking good right now between Emmett and Jessica, and it looks like Jessica is taking the lead right now, and Emmett looks like he's getting a 5-second penalty. Another 5-second penalty situation, what's going on. And down to the final turn, and it looks like your winner's going to be Megalodon. Jessica Megalodon has knocked out Emmett in the Velociraptor. Emmett has a little trouble right there on that first turn right there. So let's go look at the replay right now. I don't know what was going on between Emmett and Velociraptor. You can tell that first turn, yeah, that's a 5-second penalty. Remember, you have to get all 4 wheels in the ramp. If you get your sideways, that's going to consider 5-second penalty. That's the rules. The rules are the rules. Here he goes. More. This is going to be a crazy nightmare or a crazy race for Summer because there's her little brother, Morty Smith, and Bakugan Dragonoid taking on her husband, Ethan, and El Toro Loco. Even though Morty, remember I told you a long time ago that one episode that Morty did grown Ethan for a payback for, Ethan cheated on his sister for defense. This is what, something like that. Let's see, can Ethan get a payback from that? Even though it did not happen in this world, it's never happened based on the show. So this is like a different time zone. This is like my version of time zone. Anyway, so let's go look at the race right there. It looks like Morty Smith is taking the lead right now. So far, Ethan has to play catch up right there. Morty Smith is doing a good first turn right there. And so far, and Morty Smith is going to miss the ramp. Oh my goodness, can Morty not miss the ramp? And it looks like, and the officials call it El Toro Loco wins. El Toro Loco with the Hail Mary run. And that's a sad story for Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid. Let's go look at the replay again. How did this happen? What was the crucial error? Morty Smith, it looks like he's taking a lead. I can tell he had the lead really closely, but for some reason, I think El Toro Loco Hail Mary pass. El Toro Loco with the Hail Mary. Coming next, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Great White Shark himself, Rub Dita Dub, in the Black Pearl monster truck. He has that funny accent. People calls him the pirate. Now his opponent, Mavis Dracula, Lucas Oil Stabilizer. This is going to be an intense race right now. If Mavis can beat Rub Dita Dub, that'd be perfect. But the problem is Rub Dita Dub, it looks like he's smarting back against her. But we're going to see what happens. Both trucks right there, and like always, there's a problem between both guys right there with the back of the right side of the tires that they keep hitting that side ramps. I don't know what's going on, or how did the crew members come up with these type of tracks. And it looks like Mavis Dracula is so far away, and it looks like it's going to be too late. Rub Dita Dub is getting closer. Mavis has to play catch-up, but it's too late right now. Your winner is going to be Rub Dita Dub at Black Pearl, and Black Pearl did it again, same way as Kraken. I don't know how that many trucks are we losing. This is kind of like the 5th monster truck that's already been flipped over. I don't know what the heck is going on with this track right now. This track is like eating the trucks too early, but we're not still doing no freestyle. First, it all started with Kraken, then it turned out to be Hot Wheels, and right after Hot Wheels, then it went to Scorcher, then 32 Degrees, and now the Black Pearl. Well, it looks like we are going to the semifinals. What a crazy moments we've been seeing. 5 of the 12 trucks has already been crashed. It goes up to Kraken, Hot Wheels, Scorcher, 32 Degrees, and now Black Pearl. I'll keep you guys an update if any of these trucks are going to compete. I'm not so sure if any of these guys are going to compete with skills. Maybe some will, but I don't know if they're going to make it till freestyle. So it's going to be Whiplash, Megalodon, El Toro Loco taking on Stabilizer. So far, we got 3 characters from Rick and Morty and 1 character from Hotel Transylvania in the semis. Here it is, Summer Smith in the Whiplash monster truck. She is getting ready to get it on right there for tonight's race. Although that she supported Ethan mostly, but unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we have big horrible news. Now a 6th truck has already been damaged. There's been a radiator problem for Megalodon, so Jessica will not be competing. Summer Smith will get a bye run. So everybody's going to ask what the heck is going on with Megalodon, because she had a radiator problem because the truck is overheating a little bit too much. So she has to go backstage to get her truck fixed. So apparently Summer Smith will have to be racing all by herself. So it is what it is. Hey, it happens. You know, not all trucks are good. You know, they can be fragile sometimes, but that's how it happens. So apparently Megalodon will not be competing right now. I know it's a disappointing run for Jessica. Meanwhile, Summer Smith will be advancing to the championship race. Let's go look at the replay right now. I like how Summer Smith is like, you know, how she's racing and everything like that. She's not giving up on her intentionally. Although that there will be no other fast losers because, you know, we have to keep going on with the racing. So Summer Smith will be taking like a bye run race right now at this moment. Now, who will be facing Summer Smith and Whiplash? Will it be Mavis Dracula in the Lucas Oil Stabilizer and her opponent Ethan in El Toro Loco? Ethan is expecting to win this match tonight because he wants to meet his wife, Summer Smith. But to do that, he has to pass Mavis Dracula. Ethan says earlier this could be an easy win because so far Mavis is not how she used to be. So this could be an easy race for himself. So far right now, Ethan is trying to meet up with Summer. Mavis is looking for a championship race to win. And it looks like both of these guys are going to get really looking good right now. And it looks like perfect jump on both sides. Down to the final turn, and it looks like Ethan's hanging in there. So far, Mavis is trying to do her best. And down to the final turn from up, down to downtown. Mavis almost got a 5-second penalty. And Mavis Dracula will be going to the official Monster Jam Championship race. What a good win by Mavis Dracula in the Lucas Oil Stabilizer. Let's go look at the replay right now. Ethan could have, I don't know how he did not make it to win right there, but for some reason Mavis got the best of him, and it looks like Ethan had to be careful what he said because, well, this is what Ethan gets. You got to be careful what you say because you can never tell who's going to win or who's going to lose. Now we're going to the championship race, the battle of 2 good friends. Mavis Dracula is also good friends with Summer Smith. And, you know, they're very good pals and outside, but they're going to be sworn enemies in the track. Although they don't, there's no hate, no nothing, you know, that's what they do. That's what they're a part of their job, you know, all that stuff. So Summer Smith and Whiplash, Mavis Dracula, Lucas Oil Stabilizer, the battle of females. Here we go. Summer Smith in the Whiplash monster truck. Although that, she couldn't get a chance to defeat any of her, you know, of her team because, you know, Jessica had a radiator problem. Morty was out from Ethan. And Ethan, you know, lost to Mavis. So it looks like this is going to be it. Mavis Dracula is expecting to win. First, she beat the husband, and now her final strategy is to beat the wife. So here we go. Summer Smith, Mavis Dracula. Both trucks are looking pretty solid, decent right now. Looks like Summer is taking the lead right now with Whiplash. Mavis is having a little struggle right now as she's getting ready. And it looks like Summer Smith, oh, I don't know if it's considered a 5-second penalty, but we're gonna see what happens. Down to the final turn, Mavis Dracula's hanging in there so far. Summer Smith, and it looks like Summer messed up a little bit. And your racing winner goes to Mavis Dracula and Lucas Oil Stabilizer. Congrats to her. That will upgrade her points, although that she's still got a lot of work to do in this tour if she wants to stay undefeated to win her tour. Let's go look at the replay. Summer Smith was nearly close defeating Mavis Dracula, but for some reason Dracula got the best of her, and it looks like she is the winner. Congratulations to Mavis Dracula for winning in San Diego here in Christmas. Although that, these guys are not celebrating Christmas, at their homes, but they're celebrating Christmas here in San Diego. So a good thing that all their families are there. They get free tickets to see front row. Congrats. Now we're going to the official Monster Jam Skills competition. This is going to be a good race between all these 12 competitions right now. All right, guys, we're going to get ready started for skills competition. Here comes Timmy Turner in Hot Wheels Racing, or should I say Hot Wheels Racing number 4 for now, but he's going to drive the trilogy of Hot Wheels. That's what he made a promise. So I want to let everybody know the updates about some of the trucks. So 3 of the 6 trucks that got broken down, Hot Wheels is one of them, including Jessica in Megalodon, as well as Drew in 32 Degrees will be competing skills in freestyle. But unfortunately, we got bad news for Black Pearl, Scorcher, and Kraken. They will not be competing because they got minor damage repairs. So unfortunately, these 3 guys are out of the competition, which is going to cost them their score. So it's a sad news for them. So far, the first jump, Timmy Turner, not bad. He just went a little bit to the wheelie, but not the way he wanted. But still, he has one more hit to go. One more hit to go to see if he can try and impress all the fans here in San Diego. This is like a slightly hometown show to him. That Dimsdale's located between between Los Angeles and San Diego. Not bad for Timmy Turner, I'll be honest. It was a really good run right there, but I don't know what's going to be the scores right there, even though he did it for his hometown. The good news is that he's allowed to compete in Anaheim. Is also a hometown show to him. Timmy Turner says like a slightly hometown show in San Diego. He loves being in San Diego, trying to show it off to all his fans right there, and to the support, everything like that, including he has all his relatives. So far, Cosmo and Max D, including Poof and Avenger, are right here. All the drivers, all the crew members, out of everyone, only the South Tour is only competing Christmas. Nobody else is competing, none of the arenas or the stadiums, but anyone can come to San Diego to watch them. Anyway, so what a good run. So we're going to go look at the scores right now for Timmy Turner in the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks, as we're going to get ready to see what's going to happen. Timmy Turner, and it looks like he's going to get a 0.156, which fortunately it will be a score for now, but unfortunately it's not going to be that big because these other guys are going to knock him out easily. That's like an easy way to knock him out. I know Timmy does not like the score and he wants to expect it a little more, so it is what it is. So pulling up the line, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Drew and the 32 Degrees monster truck, and it looks like he's going to get ready to start his skills right here in San Diego. Although that his twin brother Gru cannot compete because Gru is already in a bad repair damage, so they had to put Scorcher away. So far, Timmy, as well as his son Ryan has to watch the stand because he's so disappointed. Another broken truck, and I know Rub D the Dub's very upset too. So it's sad to see trucks are very destroyed, but sadly that all that stuff. But hey, it is what it is. You can't do nothing about it. So that means we will have a 9 truck freestyle and skills competition. And whoa. Okay, that's a good one right there. Not bad by Drew and the 32 Degrees monster truck as he reversed it on top of the, the backflip ramp. That's a pretty good run. I'll give him that. That's really hefty right there. One more hit to go. Let's see if this could be enough to stop Timmy Turner in the Hot Wheels Racing monster truck. But we're going to go see what's going to happen. Well, Drew's trying to figure out what's going to happen. Although this is going to be a good matchup, we got the battle of the 2 Hot Wheels Mattel-made monster trucks. And Drew's going to try to get in there right there. And it looks like he's going to reverse a stoppie right there for Drew. Drew's going to go right there, reverse, and that's what the fans wanted to see. And that's what everybody wants to see right here at San Diego. Not bad for the race for Drew in 32 Degrees. That's a good one right there for the start. And I really like it, I'll be honest. That's a good one. Now let's go look at the replay right now for Drew in 32 Degrees. I like the part. This is my favorite part that caught my attention. He reversed the truck perfectly reversed. That's what I wanted to see, and I like the way how he reversed the truck and he's still not stopping until he said he is stopping right now. Pretty good, amazing start by Drew in 32 Degrees. We're going to look at the replay. So far, the score to be right now is 0.156 from Hot Wheels Racing. Timmy Turner is still remaining taking the lead, but I don't think for long because I believe Drew's going to knock him out. Well, remember, it's up to the fans in San Diego, and I was right, 1.344. Well, it was a good run by Timmy Turner. He could have done a little more to impress the fans, but, sadly, it is what it is. You can't do nothing about it. So, congratulations to Drew. Very happy for him. So, we're going to see what's going to happen for more. Now, pulling up the line, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Emmett in the Velociraptor monster truck. And remember, now, about a while ago, he had a little trouble during a racing competition. He lost to Megalodon. Unfortunately, it didn't work out with him. But now, he's trying to get in the game right there. So far right now, looks like he's gonna go on top right there, and he's gonna reverse it with the stompy right there. And not bad. Okay, come on, Emmett, you got this. I know that his crew members are watching. His girl Lucy, or should I say Wild Style, is watching, and the rest of Emmett's friends. Although they're celebrating Christmas in San Diego, you know, they're from the other dimension. They'll be back home later on. But even though San Diego will be their only destination that they'll have, and America's finest city, and it looks like he's going to jump right there, and perfect wheelie right there. Okay, that's not bad. Well, I don't know if it's going to be enough to stop Hot Wheels racing, but what a good run by Emmett and Velociraptor. Not bad by the Lego guy, the former Skeleton Crew driver. Although, fun fact is, he was supposed to drive Skeleton Crew this season, but since, you know, Skeleton Crew does not exist in the BeammonG world, unfortunately. And, yes, and last season, he did drove the blue version of Velociraptor just because it debuted. And little did we know that there's no truck, you know, available for him because Skeleton Crew is out, and there's no driver for the blue Velociraptor, and we finally put him in for the second time in a row. And it looks like 32 Degrees is still taking the lead for now, unless the score has been beaten. I meant well, even though the score needs to be beaten. Let's see if it's enough for Velociraptor. It's up to what the fans in San Diego now. Now I'm told by the officials that the scores are in, and there it is, 1.248. And it looks like he will be not taking the lead right now, but still, congrats to 32 Degrees. Tried his best, but still, it is what it is for Velociraptor, so Drew will still remain in the hot seat. Pulling up, ladies and gentlemen, the line. Here comes the legendary driver, Sonic the Hedgehog in Gravedigger. Now, fun fact is, for a lot of people that didn't notice, that he is the second longest Gravedigger driver, aside from Donald Duck. After Donald left, now he's the only oldest Gravedigger driver ever. Although Sonic debuted a while back during the late 90s, you know, he never drove Gravedigger until finally in the early 2000s and stuff. He finally gets to drive the Gravedigger monster truck, and it looks like it's going to cost him. Yep. That is something what Sonic did not want to see. Well, the good news is the fiberglass body is replaceable. You know, we got backup fiberglass bodies, but it is not what Sonic wanted to do. So it is what it is. You know, you can't do nothing about it. So unfortunately, that Drew will be taking the lead. And yep, Drew will be still taking the lead right now. There will be no score for Sonic the Hedgehog and Gravedigger because remember, the rules are this. You're supposed to hit 2 obstacles to make the score. If you hit 1 obstacle, then that's it. You're done. There's nothing you can do about it. Coming next, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the TV shows Adult Swim's Cartoon Network's Adult Swim's Rick and Morty himself, Morty Smith in Bakugan Dragonoid. Now, 2 seasons ago, or a long time ago, he's been a driver of a monster truck, one of my brother Daniel to Daniel's creative truck known as the Poseidon monster truck. And then last year, after Dubby, you know, went to another team, because last year Dubby drove Kraken before Ryan Turner, and that's when Bakugan has no driver. Morty Smith decided to drive Bakugan. Well, we put Morty in it, so yeah, something like that. But it wasn't the first time. Morty did drove it after we came back from during the 2020. If everyone remembers what happened in 2020, the pandemic years, which didn't work out well for stuff. But still, Morty says it's an honor to come back to this truck for a full-time schedule. And Morty Smith is going to reverse the truck right there. And, okay, not bad, not bad. I don't know if it's going to be enough to stop 32 Degrees, but Morty is trying to see if he can try to see if he can catch it up. Now, let's go look at the replay right now. Morty Smith, okay, I like the way how he does it, that, you know, he's not giving up on his skills and everything like his competition. But when he reversed the truck, it seems to me that, you know, he does everything he can out there to try to get in a game. Although that we're going to see right now 32 Degrees is still taking the lead with 1.344 right here in San Diego. And a Christmas show. Yes, Merry Christmas to everyone. And also, New Year's is coming up. We can't wait. We're about a few more days a good way for New Year's. But right now, this is Christmas. And it looks like he's going to take a lead. What a great Christmas present that Morty's going to get for now. 2.034. Morty Smith in Bakugan Dragonoid has officially now taken the lead. And now we're going to see who can knock out Morty. Can it be this girl, Morty's former high school crush, former girlfriend, and now his wife, Jessica in Megalodon? Although they wanted to spend time Christmas together back home in Seattle, fortunately, you know, they were scheduled to perform. But that doesn't mean that's not going to stop them to have a good Christmas to perform shows. Plus, the good thing about performing a Christmas show, these guys are going to get double the paid for their paycheck. You know, that's a Christmas bonus for these drivers. And I bet the other arenas and stadium guys. But don't get me wrong, everyone gets a bonus. It doesn't mean they won't. You know, everyone can get bonuses. So anyways, it looks like she's getting ready to stand up her lineup. And it looks like she's going to go for the first ramp. Jump on the first ramp right there. And not bad with the good wheelie. Good, impressive move by Jessica and Megalodon. Okay, that's not bad. She has one more hit to go. Let's see, can this be enough to stop Morty Smith, her husband, out of the hot seat? If Jessica knocked him out in the hot seat, this is going to be like, haha, I got you, babe. You know, now you owe me something. So we're going to see what happens. So far, she's getting ready to start lining up right there. And it looks like she's going to hit this ramp. Oh yeah, this is one of the ramps that is good, mainly good for wheelies. So you can say something like sky wheelies. Once she landed, she can make a wheelie right there. Jessica's going to get ready to get started. And it looks like the first jump right there. Let's see. And not bad for the second run right there for Jessica in Megalodon. At least she got her truck fixed. You know, radiator seems okay, everything like that. It was just a faulty wire thing. The temperature was not okay from the truck, so it wasn't that much of a deal. So it took them like, you know, to refix it. But it was like not a really minor repair or something. They had to go take a look at it. So anyways, not bad for Jessica and Megalodon. You know, what a good run out there. I love the way how she does the wheelies. We'll see how it goes right here for tonight. And we're going to see how it goes. So anyways, the score to be right now from her husband, Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid, 2.034. As Morty Smith is still taking the lead right now, we don't know what's going to happen. This could possibly take Morty out of the hot seat. We're waiting for the officials once the decision has been made. And there it is, 2.350. And it looks like she is eligible to take the lead. And it looks like Morty Smith is out of the hot seat. Jessica will be now taking the lead right now. And looks like that was a good payback. Not a payback, but most likely a got you husband or something like that. Anyways, here comes Ethan in El Toro Loco. He is taking the lead in this tour for now, although he's having some good results right now. Last year was his first year. He could have had it to make it his top thing, made it to the playoffs, but he kind of did, but fortunately he didn't make it to the World Finals. And it looks like he could get a shot to get to the World Finals, even though we're still got a long way to go to get to the World Finals in Zootopia, but still several months to go. But still, we're looking forward to it. We can't wait. We're super excited. Ethan is trying to get up right there, and it looks like he's not really first hit right there, not so far. But let's see, can he try to stop his brother-in-law's love of his life? His brother-in-law's wife is taking the lead, although he does get along with Jessica, but he said, sorry, Jess, I have to win this. I have to take you off because I got to win this, you know. Remember, the point standing is on the line right now for El Toro Loco. And it looks like Ethan's going to do the stompy right there. And doing the stompy right there. Okay, and go ready to stompy right there. And he's going to reverse the truck. Oh, he's going to flip it over. And wait a minute, what? And the fans in San Diego are going nuts and crazy. Oh my goodness. And Jessica better be nervous because this looked like a perfect save. I have never ever seen anything like this in my entire life in the two-wheel skills competition. The first one was not that bad, but the second one, oh my goodness, what a possible ending. This could possibly take Jessica out of the hot seat because I have never seen anything like this. And now the horns are out of the truck. They had to get the horns out of there. Good thing they got backup horns. You know, they got backup bodies. Unlike real life, we do have backup ones. Anyway, so 2.350 is the score to beat. Jessica's trying to hope for a victory win, and she's hoping she gets to take the lead. And unfortunately, it will not be. 7.562. Ethan in El Toro Loco will be taking the lead from this skills competition. And it looks like the question is, can he still take the lead? Now remember, we're down to the last two. We got Whiplash and Lucas Oil Stabilizer. The other three trucks, you know, unfortunately, Scorcher, Kraken, including Black Pearl, are out because, you know, the trucks were messed up. But let's see what's going to happen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming in next is Ethan's wife, the love of his life, Summer Smith in Whiplash. Although their children are watching, and we're going to see what's going to happen. Summer's making sure that she wants to get her husband out of the hot seat. Let's see, can she do it again like Jessica, how she get Morty out. And it looks like for the jump right there, and whoa! Okay, and whoa! Okay, that's a really good one. I appreciate it. I can take that. Not bad by Summer Smith and Whiplash. I will take that. That's a really amazing run. And now she has one more hit to go. The question is, can this be enough to stop Ethan El Toro Loco? I'm not so sure yet. We're in San Diego. We're about almost the border in Mexico. And it looks like a lot of fans, including, you know, a lot of fans, especially I bet half of them are, you know, Mexicans, you know. Orale, you know, shout out to toda la gente habla español. Viva Mexico. And we're going to go see. And we're going to go see what's going to happen with Summer Smith and Whiplash. And she's trying to make sure she's trying to maintain her distance. And it looks like she's going to go do it. Oh, no. I think that's going to kill her, you know, killed her score. That's going to kill it, yeah. Summer Smith is very upset right now. That's not what she wanted. If only she would have saved it, she could possibly take El Toro Loco out of the hot seat. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be enough to stop El Toro Loco. But you never know. Maybe it's possible. I mean, the first one was pretty impressive. I think that could force her to take the lead. I'm not so sure yet because we could possibly take a good lead. This might take the lead. I'm not so sure yet, but the second one, if only she did not flip it over, she could possibly, take the lead. Anyway, so 7.562 is a score to beat. Ethan and El Toro Loco. Can Summer take Ethan out of the hot seat? I'm not so sure yet. Ethan is kind of, slightly a little nervous. And we're going to see what's the scores. And there it is, 4.238. Well, fortunately, it's not enough, but still, it's a sad run for Summer Smith. But still, she got until freestyle. Let's see, can freestyle worked out. Coming next, ladies and gentlemen, the only person that can go 3 competitions in a row, 3 competitions win for tonight here in San Diego and at Christmas. Can this be her Christmas gift for tonight? Mavis Dracula, Lucas Oil Stabilizer. Unbelievably, she made it to the championship race because the first 2, it was that she lost, but we already know what happened to those 2 trucks that it got messed up. And then, she had the guts to beat Ethan El Toro Loco. Let's see, because she kicked him out again, but this time in the 2-wheel skills competition. First one is not really that we expected, but she has one more hit to go. The only question I have is, can Mavis Dracula try to do a wow factor moment? Now remember, last time in the semifinals, she took out Ethan out of the competition, the racing competition. She would like to take him out of the hot seat, but this time, if she can do it again, but she has to pull a wow factor moment. Now remember, it's going to be very extremely impossible because Ethan, with a good, amazing hit and stuff, with that save, it's going to force him. Mavis Dracula looks like she's going to go for the stompy, and we're going to go see what happens. Perfect stompy right there from Mavis Dracula, and it looks like she's going to forward the truck. Perfect combination with the wheelie competition right there. Awesome run by Mavis Dracula and Lucas Oil Stabilizer, and that's a great one. Although I don't think it's going to be enough to stop Ethan El Toro Loco, but at least she got her Christmas wish that she finally won a racing competition broadcast in the real life world. And it's funny because, all her crew members, they all polish the truck, especially the side. They want to make it look shiny because, they're broadcasting the real world. Mavis Dracula looks like perfect runs on her 2 hits, but unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to stop Ethan, which you never know, well, unless it's a controversial decision. I remember a lot of fans in San Diego got to make the decision. Anyway, 7.562 is a score to beat right now for Ethan and El Toro Loco, and now we're going to see what the San Diego fans have to say. And now we're getting ready to look at the results. What's the decision? And it looks like I'm told by the officials that the scores are in. And it's going to be 5.368. Well, it looks like she'll make it to slightly second place or one of the top 10 or top 5, you could say. But it's still too late for her. So, ladies and gentlemen, your skills competition winner goes to Ethan El Toro Loco. Congratulations to Ethan. And now we're going to the halftime reports. We're going to take a break from San Diego for a while. Now let's go look at the stadium results at Stadium Championship Series West at Glendale, Arizona. Gideon Gleeful and Jurassic Attack has won racing. Skills competition goes to Shasta and Blue Thunder, Freestyle Humphrey and Earthshaker, and overall event champion Gideon and Jurassic Attack. Now this happened like 2 days before, they didn't perform yesterday, but this is the last resorts we had from, the closest ones from any of these shows. So let's go that way. Gideon's looking really good right now. He's getting, he's celebrating his Christmas with his family for now. But about the next day, he has to get on his plane because, he has to keep his series alive. Jurassic Attack is having some dominant season right now. I'll be honest. Gideon Gleeful, he is pretty solid, decent so far. Like I said, the only person who's a big threat to him is Shaster and Blue Thunder. That's the only threat. Meanwhile, some of the other guys, you got Humphrey and Earthshaker. You got Freddy Fazbear in the Mohawk Warrior Monster Truck. You got, so many guys out there, they're going to, take advantage of you and stuff. There's no doubt about it. And Mabel looks like she's doing okay in Megalodon, but she's still got a long way to go to fix herself together. And also, I forgot to mention Sputnik and El Toro Loco, but and all that stuff. But anyways, these guys are doing well and stuff, but the only thing that really caught my attention is Rigby and Mordecai. Mordecai is really in the mediocre right now. Rigby is having problems with this tour. I don't know what the heck is going on or what's going on with his crew members or what is his training about. I don't know what is going on. But the only thing I can say is that if Rigby gets back in the game, because right now he's not looking good elsewhere, if he's not getting back in his game right now, Rigby needs to pull himself together and try to get in the game right now. If he does not put his game out there, it's going to force him not to get back in the West Tour. So far, Mordecai and Rigby are having a big trouble right now. It's not just the the lineup is their trouble. Their troubleness is, I don't know what's going on with the driving skills, everything. Because remember, they're the only two guys that are trying to defend for the World Finals Championship. Because remember, back at World Finals 25, Mordecai won racing and freestyle Rigby. But sadly, the two best friends are having some problems right now. So I'm not so sure yet right now. They usually don't drive like this. I don't know what the heck is going on. But Gideon, he is really surprisingly. Gideon could have a chance he could win his Stadium Tour win at Stadium Championship Series West. I'm not so sure yet. But remember, it's up to what's happening in the future right now. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Alrighty, so we're going to take a break from the West, and we're going to move on to Stadium Championship Series North. And it looks like Sanjay and Gravedigger has won racing. Skills competition goes to Barefoot of Mojo. Freestyle goes to Mudbud and Monster Energy. And overall event champion Blue and Thunder Roars. I'm sorry, not Blue Thunder. Blue and Thunder Roars. Anyways, let's go look at North. So right now, still a neck and neck between Blue, Mojo, including Sharp Eye. Well, no, not Sharp Eyes. I'm sorry. It's a neck and neck between, Mojo, Blue, Don, and the rest of the other guys. So far, Don, Mojo, and Blue are the only top three guys in the North. Meanwhile, Sanjay's still catching up. Mudbud could still have a slightly chance, but if he can get in there, but he's still a slimmy chance, but, all that stuff. So far right now, the veteran Bugs Bunny looks like he's doing, a little bit okay, but his son, Bugs Bunny Jr., still have a slimmy chance. I'm not so sure what is going on with Bugs Bunny Jr. He never drives like this. And Melvin the hamster looks like he seems doing well, but now he's starting to fade a little bit. I don't know what the heck is going on, but he's still got a little bit of work to do. But Tyler looks like he's still okay right now. He's still keeping his decent and all that stuff. But so far, Mr. Tibbles and Sharp Eyes is having a little trouble in that tour. But I don't know what the heck is going on with some of these guys right now, but it's still a really solid decent. So far, the top four right now goes to Blue, Don, Mojo, and Sanjay. These guys are really impressing me. I have no doubt about it. They're really impressing me with stuff like that. But still, I don't know how these guys are going to pull it up with the upset right there, how they're going to get in the game. But remember, it matters that you got to get in the game. Because remember, this is just your likelihood on the line right now. Now, they're up north in Seattle, Washington, which, yeah, it's in the north side of the U.S., but except it's in the northwestern side. So we'll see how it goes, how these guys are going to do it, but I'm not so sure how they're going to do it or how they're going to pull the upset and stuff like that. But still, it is what it is, so we're going to see how it goes and something like that. So, yeah. Alrighty, so we're done with stadiums right now. We're going to go to the arenas, and now it's Arena Championship Series number 6. So Chicken Little and Gravedigger won racing. Skills competition go to Hassan and Shockwave. Freestyle, Hank and Twisted Addiction. And also your overall event champion, Chicken Little and Gravedigger. So far, still a back and forth between Gravedigger, Jonathan Locker and Max D, Hassan and Shockwave. And Jeremy Johnson looks like he's getting back up in Megalodon. Hank looks like he's trying to make a catch up. But so far, the only people who are having struggles is the two brothers in this tour, Little Captain and Junior. The two brothers are having a bad struggle right now in this tour right now. I don't know what the heck is going on with the brothers, but, I'm not so sure what is the reason and stuff. But still, it's a sad run between Little Captain and Crush Station, Junior and El Toro Loco. I don't know what is going on with these two brothers, but they're having bad results right now. But we'll see if they can still catch up. Maybe there's still good chances, everything. Sometimes weak drivers can win, but we still gotta wait till next season if they can catch it up because all that stuff. But so far, ladies and gentlemen, like I mentioned before, congratulations to Chicken Little and Gravedigger. He's still taking the lead. Jonathan Locker is still trying to catch up, but right now he's doesn't want to lose points. Hank and Twisted Addiction looks like he could still catch it up. And, but Candace Flynn, for some reason, she went down, so we cannot have that. So I'm hoping Candace doesn't go down, but she has to get back up to fix herself, in the bulldozer monster truck. What I'm saying was, there's a lot of guys and gals out there trying to do better in this tour right now. Now, remember, it doesn't matter, like I know I mentioned it a lot of times. I know I repeat this again. I know I'm not trying to annoy everyone, but like I say, you have to do, it doesn't matter how good or how bad you are. You have to do the best you can, and you got to try your best. If you don't do it, then it's fine. You got until next season. But remember, the World Finals is on the line right now, so these guys got to catch it up and play the game. So I'm not so sure how it goes, so something like that, so everything like that. And also, by the way, it takes place at Memphis, Tennessee, about like 5.5 hours away from Nashville. So what a good race between those guys. So we'll see how it goes, whatever how their future tells. Alrighty then, so we're down to the last one. Here comes Arena Championship Series number 3. So racing champion goes to Bruce the Batting Gravedigger, Shamu Rockwell Red has won skills, and Chubby freestyle and overall event. Chubby, this is Chubby's debuted Monster Jam season, and he's looking so pretty dominant and looking pretty so good. I am so proud of Chubby, man. He is really luckily doing well in this tour right now. I can never doubt on Chubby. He's doing amazing. I'm very proud of the guy. Amazing run right there so far. It's really, he's impressing me so much, and I'm very proud of this guy. So far, the only thing that disappoints me right now is Zooey and Blue. Well, Blue, not the dinosaur. Blue from the movie Rio. He drives Barely Tame, and Zooey, or Zooey, I think that's her name, drives the Bigfoot, driving her father's legacy truck. But turns out, it's just really sad to see those two guys going down, but I'm hoping they can catch it up. I really want to see them, even if they don't, at least they try their best. They're doing well, that's all I can stuff. So far right now, Rouge is still taking the lead right now. It's still a neck and neck between her husband Knuckles the Echidna and Max D, Shamu and Rockwell Red, and also Chubby in USA 1. It's still a great, amazing tour right now for Arena Championship Series number 3. I really like it. By the way, it takes place in Portland, Oregon. Really amazing run by those guys out there. They did their best. They're trying to get in the game right now. And Craig and Patriot. Oh, and fun fact is, yeah, that's Craig and Patriot from Sanjay and Craig. He's doing okay right now. He's trying to rank it up right now. So remember, the more you keep winning, the more points you get, the more you boost up your stadium, your point series, because if you don't, you're going to boost down, and nobody wants that. But you never know. So we'll see how it goes, what are the future tells and everything like that. So yeah, that's all I can say. All right, so now we are done with the halftime. We're going to go back to San Diego. So far, like I say, Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope you guys have a great Merry Christmas. And yeah, hope you all have a good Merry Christmas. And this is our Christmas gift to you guys, a show down here. And now we're back to San Diego, California. Let's get ready to get started with Drew and 32 Degrees. Well, even though the sad story for his twin brother, Drew, he couldn't compete because the truck is damaged. Right now, he's the only relative that is competing right now. So far, his sister-in-law and, Drew's son, biological son, and their 3 adopted daughters are watching their uncle getting ready to perform. Drew is supporting his brother. Meanwhile, the girls and the son is watching their uncle, and Lucy watching her brother-in-law. And here we go. The timing is up for Drew in 32 Degrees. Not bad at the first one right now. And going up top of the backflip ramp, and wow, okay, impressive run. So Drew, remember, he has to get in the game right now to try to make sure if he wants to rank up his points. So far, his points and his status is a little bit decent, so I'm not saying it's that bad, but he has to get in the game right now, to try to get in the elsewhere, something like that. But his only mission is that he's trying to get in the game, to make sure that he wants to try to go for a win. I talked to him earlier today, and I told him, what is the strategy of your tonight, here in San Diego, since now that you and the family got to celebrate Christmas there? He said, it's kind of really, a shame that we're not back home, but it doesn't matter. Nothing's going to stop us from trying to see what's our victory. Our main mission is that, between me and my twin brother, is that we have to do the best we got to do. So far that, sadly for Drew, he cannot compete right now, like I say, because the truck's already put away. And Drew's having a little bit of fun right there for freestyle. 33 seconds to go, and oh, looks like they're going to shut him down. And no, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, yeah, that's done. Yep, he's done. Wait a minute. What the? He's back on all 4 BKT tires. Not bad. Now, I don't know, because I think I'm told by the officials that he could possibly ran up. And yes, the official says yes, he can still continue. They're telling him to turn the tires to make sure it's not broken, and it looks like he's eligible to do it, and that is a good save, and that's what everybody wanted to see right here for Drew at 32 Degrees. Under 14 seconds to go, he's going to go cyclone time for Drew and 32 Degrees. That is a great save right there for Drew and 32 Degrees right here in San Diego. He still got 2 seconds to go, but unfortunately the time system is up. He said he wants to hit one more, and not bad air for Drew and 32 Degrees. And almost, oh, careful, don't flip the truck over. No. Spinneroonie, that's what I'm talking about for Drew and 32 Degrees. I know I apologize everybody for my, my yelliness and stuff like that, but Drew, oh my goodness, man, that is some awesome freestyle run by Drew and 32 Degrees. What a good way to start freestyle here at the Christmas edition, because you know what? It's a big, happy, Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas to everyone, because at least Santa Claus gave us our, our gift, and our gift is a perfect freestyle, and that's an opening start for now. And now we're going to look at the scores right now. Drew's expecting a good score right now. He's hoping he could possibly win if he's in first place. I'm not so sure yet, but it's up to whatever the fans decide. Because remember, if anyone messed up, and that's a good score for now, 8.563. That's a good timing system, like a good score for now, and that's a good way to start right now. If 32 degrees can still maintain it, because remember, he has 8 more other trucks to try to knock it off. Because luckily, the other 3 trucks were out, which it makes it a little bit easier. And wait a minute, hold on, Monster Jam fans. For some reason, we're broadcasting because I think there's a surprise. I believe it's going to be a big, humongous surprise Christmas gift for all you Monster Jam fans. So let's see what it is. Oh shoot, Monster Jam fans, I wanted to announce that Timmy Turner is bringing back the Corvette design, his original old Corvette design from the Hot Wheels Firestorm. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is, Timmy Turner. Although he's going to abandon the pickup truck design, he's already put it away. And now he's bringing the Corvette design because he wants to surprise everybody right here at San Diego, California. Like I mentioned before, this is like a slightly hometown show because Dimsdale is about in the middle between Los Angeles and San Diego, California, and he wants to do it for his somewhat his hometown show, or you can say maybe his main or second hometown show, I'm not so sure, but Timmy Turner wants to do it for all his fans out there. So far, everybody in the family is watching. A lot of people are going crazy for this design. That is some crazy run, and I want to see some more right there for Timmy Turner and the Hot Wheels Racing Monster Truck. And he's doing the Hot Wheels trilogy right now. The reason why we're calling it Hot Wheels Racing is because he's doing a trilogy celebrating Hot Wheels, for his years of competing right now. He won Hot Wheels. He won a World Finals, not once but twice with the Hot Wheels machine. First was the original design, was back in World Finals 3, where he won the freestyle. And also back in World Finals 19 when he won a racing champion. We did the first ever 36 trucks. And oh my goodness, that is not a good way to start. Well, at least we're happy to see a design, but after hitting the backflip, it looks like he just flipped it over, and that's going to stop him right there. What a good run by Timmy Turner. He did it for all the Monster Jam fans right here in San Diego. I know you guys cannot see in the screen right now. He's out of his truck waving it to all his fans right here in San Diego, celebrating his Christmas. He said, this is going to be my Christmas gift for you. And that's why he's telling the fans in the pit party, I got a secret surprise for all you Monster Jam fans here at San Diego. So be on the lookout. So remember the score to be 8.563 from Drew in 32 degrees. As we're going to look at the scores right now, the officials, and not yet with the word. It looks like I'm told by the scores are in. Here it is, 5.632 or 5.632. Well, at least he did great, but he will be in second place. But unfortunately, it is not enough. But still, it is what it is. We're happy that Timmy Turner bought back the original Corvette design. He did it for all the fans right here at San Diego, California. All right, Monster Jam fans, here comes all the way from the Lego movie in Bricksville City. Well, I used to thought he's in Lego City, but he's living in Bricksville, and is known as Emmett and Velociraptor, the former driver of Skeleton Crew. And like I mentioned before, during skills competition, he was normally going to come back to Skeleton Crew because he was only going to debut Velociraptor, the blue design, when he drove it for arenas. Unfortunately, that the Skeleton Crew will not be continuing in BeammonG. They decided it won't be able to, but it's okay. We had to follow the rules. And now Velociraptor, the blue design, has no truck. Not no truck, no driver. And whoa! Perfect save from Emmett and Velociraptor. That is amazing. And it's funny because Velociraptor, the blue design, has no driver. Oh, be careful hitting the wall. But still, it has no driver, and Emmett has no truck, so we decided to put him back in, and now it looks like it will be most likely his permanent truck, and Emmett says it's an honor driving the truck. And oh no, that's not what he wanted. Oh yeah, it's over. Well, the officials are going to shut him down. It's not what Emmett wanted to do. He's very upset right now, so it is what it is. So let's go look at the replay right now for Emmett in Velociraptor, and we're going to see how it goes. So perfect run for the freestyle. I like the part how he saved the truck. Oh my goodness, what a good save. And Emmett never gave it up. And I know Lucy Wildstyle and his friends are watching in the balcony, behind the suites. Unfortunately, it's not a good run that he wanted, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, score to be right now is Drew in 32 degrees, 8.563. And we're going to get ready to look at the scores. I'm not so sure what's the score right there, and we're going to see how it is. So looks like I'm told by the officials that the scores are in. But still, Emmett is still waving the fans right here. And there it is, the score, 2.534. Well, fortunately, Emmett is not what he wanted to do, but still, it's an honor for him driving Velociraptor, but still, he wanted to do it for all the Monster Jam fans right here in San Diego, California, because remember, this is a Christmas show. We hoping everybody is watching, you know, in the morning. We hope you guys have some good toys, especially all you youngsters have good toys to play with, you know, newer toys, and all the adults, hopefully you guys get some good stuff right there, you know, maybe merchandise, jerseys, something like that. So yeah. Anyways, here's Sonic the Hedgehog in Gravedigger. He's one of our oldest drivers. After Donald Duck retired, now he's the oldest Gravedigger driver. It's funny because, you know, Sonic has been to World Finals multiple times, never won before. Although he was an MVP back in World Finals 12 when he used to drive the truck called Annihilator. But, you know, fortunately, you know, Annihilator didn't exist that much. Well, Sonic drove Annihilator just for a guest star, but he was still a Gravedigger team. He joined Gravedigger like around probably, I'll say, between 2003 or 2004-ish. And then since then, now he made a name for himself with Gravedigger and perfect backflip. And oh no. Well, it looks like a bad way to start Christmas. Although that his wife Amy and the kids are watching, his adult kids, you know, they're all grown up and stuff. One of them is a former World Finals champion, which is his first child, their first child, Sonic Jr., which we call him Drex the Hedgehog. Drove Gravedigger to Legend that year's World Finals 15, won a racing. And it looks like, you know, their dad / Amy's husband didn't work out well. So anyways, the score to be right now, 8.563 from 32 degrees from Drew. And Drew's having some good luck right now. I'll be honest. He is really looking good, you know, looking good right there. Anyway, so it looks like I'm told by the officials that the scores are in right now. So we're going to get ready to see what's the scores. And so the scores are in. There it is, 2.057. Well, Gravedigger didn't work out like a lot of people wanted to, but still is a fan favorite. You know, it's one of our trucks, kind of like our version to the New York Yankees of the Major League Baseball, or you can say kind of like our Green Bay Packers to the NFL, kind of like our Toronto Maple Leafs to the NHL, and kind of like our Boston Celtics to the NBA. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, Morty Smith and the Bakugan Dragonoid. So far that their parents are watching their kids. I know their parents are watching their own grandkids, watching their children performing, and it looks like, or you should I say, they're watching their parents perform. And it looks like the timing system has started for Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid. And it's funny because him and Summer, even though him and Jessica and Summer and Ethan have both kids, one daughter and one son together, except Morty's first child was a boy and his second child is a girl. Meanwhile, Summer Smith, whoa! Oh my goodness! What the heck did I just saw? Are you kidding me? Morty Smith has saved himself and the fans are loving it right here in San Diego. Well, Drew better hope he messed up right now because, and it looks like it's way too late for Drew to say it because it looks like he's eligible to make the score. Oh my goodness. And as I was saying before, and it's funny because Morty's first child is a boy, Morty and Jessica's first child is a boy, and then their second child is a girl. But Summer Smith, her and Ethan, their first child is a girl, and then their second child is a boy. I cannot believe what I'm looking at it right now, and I bet Morty's son and daughter, including his niece and nephew, are watching this, including, you know, their kids and their grandpa. You could say Rick. Yep, Rick is there. He's watching Morty. How's he doing it? And Morty's trying to, you know, maintain his focus on trying to see if he can go for a win right there. Under 23 seconds to go. Can Bakugan Dragonoid get in the game right there? And it looks like, oh, okay, he's done. Oh, well, he's done. He's done. Wait a minute. What's he doing? Is he done? No! He's going to continue. He's going to continue. My, oh, my. I'm sorry for my excitement, ladies and gentlemen, but I am really super excited. That is one of the most insane freestyles I have ever seen in my life for Morty Smith, and he's going to go donuts right now. Do it for all the fans right here in San Diego. Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid. Oh my goodness. Drew, if I were Drew, I would start chewing my nails right now because this is nervousing. This is probably going to kick Drew out of the hot seat. Most likely it will. I'm not so sure yet, but it's up to whatever the fans right here in San Diego. What a good freestyle is coming up with. This is one of the best freestyles I have ever seen in my entire life, especially perfect timing, you know, in the Christmas show. Not just available at Monster Jam NDaC, also to all my guys at AALS3179. I hope you guys are commenting it right now, maybe at this time of the recording of the live stream of the video. So anyways, 32 degrees, 8.563 is a score to beat. Drew better hope it's a bad score, or otherwise it's way too late because this looks like a very impossible thing to beat right now. And it looks like I'm told by the officials that the scores are in. And let's see what the San Diego fans. There it is, 9.956. Wow, a big score for Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid. Morty Smith will be taking the lead right now, and Bakugan Dragonoid with a huge lead. And now he is still sitting the hot seat, but right now he has his 3 relatives and Mavis Dracula coming behind him. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, his wife, Jessica, and Megalodon. The question is, can Jessica, first, she knocked Morty out of 2 wheel skills. The question is, can she go back to back to knock him out in freestyle? I'm not so sure yet. If Jessica pull a wow factor, most likely she could. But I'm not so sure yet because remember, it can take out, that's really impossible to take out Morty Smith out of the hot seat. Morty Smith looks like he's going to sit in the hot seat. Watch his wife. Their children are watching, including Summer and Ethan are watching their auntie, their auntie Jessica performing. And we're going to see what happened. Jessica's trying to maintain her focus right there. She's about 1 minute and 2 seconds, and it looks like she's eligible to make the score right there. But we're going to see what's going to happen with Megalodon. Jessica's trying to maintain her focus right there. It looks like she has to be careful because remember, this is going to be a tough matchup right there for her. And over there to the top right there, not bad. Okay, so not bad, for Jessica and Megalodon. And looks like she's going to go for the backflip. Okay, she's a backflip, but oh no, that is not what she wants. And oh, looks like she broke a bar. Look at how it twisted around that one bar right there on the bottom of the, the roll cage. And it's spinning like a helicopter. What the heck am I looking at? The heck am I looking at? I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. Now let's go look at the replay right now for Jessica and Megalodon. Although the bulldozers are right there, they already stopped the spin because otherwise it's a safety hazard because people can get hurt. Because these, imagine getting whipped by a stick of metal, like a thick metal. It is not fun. So trust me, it's not worth it to get hit by that. It's not worth it to stop it yourself. So it's best off just to, use a bulldozer to stop it. Anyways, the score to be right now 9.956 from Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid. And the score for his wife, Jessica Megalodon, is going to be in the scores. Looks like San Diego had made the decision. I was told by the officials. And now the score for Megalodon is going to be, as we're getting ready, there it is, 4.368. Not enough, ladies and gentlemen. Morty Smith still taking the lead right now. Morty's still trying to keep up his distance right now if he can try to make sure if he can stay that way. But remember, he has a lot of tough people coming up. And here's one of them. His brother-in-law, Ethan and El Toro Loco. I know his son, his oldest daughter, and his youngest son is watching. Meanwhile, Morty's kids are watching their uncle Ethan, trying to perform. Let's see, this is going to be a tough race right there. So far, he's going to back it up right there. And he's going to see what he's going to try to do best right here. And it's funny because, we have all 4 characters representing from Cartoon Network Adult Swim, which is Rick and Morty, not meant for children, but still is for mature audience only still. One of my favorite adult shows, got into it because of my cousin, and ever since then, we decided to put them in it. So far, Ethan, this looks like, I like the part how he's trying to start up and he's trying to maintain his focus right there. And looks like he's going to try to see if he can try to go for a win right there. So far, he's the only guy that possibly to go for a win because I know he wants skills competition. He's hoping for a freestyle competition win. Because if he wins freestyle, that's going to force Mavis Dracula. What kind of air is that? Oh my goodness, an air? Oh my goodness, and he's going to save the truck. Yes! He's going to save the truck. That's what the fans wanted to see for Ethan El Toro Loco. And Ethan's going to go up. Now, everyone's going to ask, wait a minute, what about those horns? How did the horns catch up? Okay, for anyone that didn't notice, unlike Real Life Monster Jam, we do have backup fiberglass body. So they just took out the original one. They decided to put another one. This is the second, that one piece of a fiberglass body just to put the horns in. Or they possibly, maybe it's the original, they possibly put the horns back in because of our sponsor, Super Glue. Super Glue is our big sponsor, so they possibly glue it back up and let it dry for a while. And then look at it, and it possibly worked. And wow, Ethan is going to look like, oh, is he going to save it? No, he's not going to save it. Well, that's amazing freestyle. I'll be honest, that big air caught my attention. That could possibly take Morty Smith out of the hot seat. We might have a new leader. It looks like it. And now let's go look at the replay right now. Ethan and El Toro Loco. Amazing run right there for his perfect jump. We might have a new leader because this could possibly take out Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid. I'm not so sure yet. We have to wait until whatever the fans see how it is, how it goes. But we're going to see, because this is a nervous wrecking right there. And the only thing that, flipped the truck over is that he hit the side of the, the tip side of the backflip ramp on the back side of the left side of the tire. So we're going to see how it goes. So anyways, the score to be right now, 9.956 for Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid, as we're going to see what's going to happen. So far, it's going to be a tight so far. So I'm told by the officials that the scores are in. And now we're going to look at the score. The score is going to be 8.563. Wow, what a good run right there for, for Ethan and El Toro Loco. Well, at least he could be in second place for now, but it's still not enough. But still, at least he tried. Now we're going to our second to last competition before we head down to win our freestyle competition. Here comes Morty Smith's big sister, Summer Smith, in Whiplash. Summer Smith, although that she and Morty had a bit rivalry when they were young, they're trying to fight for who wants to hang out with their grandpa Rick, but Summer's like, no, you know what? If I could beat my little brother when we were kids, I could beat him again. And it looks like Summer's going to crush some cars by using, her BKT tires. And she's going to crush some cars a little bit. Just do it for all the Monster Jam fans out there. Get ready to get started. And right there. And it looks like the timing step has started. And off we go for freestyle. Not bad run by Summer, even though that, her and Morty had a competition rivalry between them two. Although that, there's been of a, neck and neck between them two. But they get along, outside. But this is the moment that they cannot get along with, compete against each other. So... But like I said, it's just for fun, they're trying to get the road to the Wolf House. And Summer Smith, careful, and what? What did I just saw? She saved her truck. Oh my goodness, that is some good, impressive run by Summer Smith in Whiplash. Amazing, and that's like impressing me right now. She's still got 56 seconds to go. The question is, can this be enough to stop Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid? Looks like it could be a good run, but I'm not so sure yet. And it looks like the body wants to get off. And oh wait, hey Summer, careful, you're going to hit the wall. Well, I don't know what's going on right now, but she made a little bit of mistake, but at least it's not that serious. But remember, she has to be extremely cautious and be careful with it. Going on top to the middle ramp, and it looks like oh no, she's not going to save it. Oh yeah, that's it. It's over. Well, at least she tried her best, but I'll give her that. That's a good run. But Summer Smith, unfortunately, it is not the way what she wanted to do, but still, it is what it is. Now let's go look at the replay right now. What a great run by Summer Smith in Whiplash. Oh my goodness, and that really caught my attention. She saved the truck and did it for all the Monster Jam fans out there. I thought it was over, but it's still not over until they say it's over. Not bad run by her, but even though it is what it is, but still, let's see, this could be enough. Now remember, the score to be right now is her little brother, 9.956 from Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid. As we're going to see what is the scores for Summer Smith and Whiplash, and we're going to see what happens. And it looks like I'm told by the officials that the scores are in. And there it is, 5.294. Well, it's not the way she expected, but she's kind of a little disappointed, but, not the way she wanted, but it is what it is. So, what a good run for Summer Smith and Whiplash. Now here comes our very last competition of the night, Mavis Dracula and the Lucas Oil Stabilizer, and it looks like she's getting ready to get it on right there. She's a former Gravedigger driver, but Stabilizer, she's making a name for herself, and we'll see how it goes. Looks like Mavis is going to back up right there. She's getting ready to hit the road right there, and it looks like she's going to maintain it, and then she's going to go up there, up high. And the clock has started right now for Mavis Dracula in the Lucas Oil Stabilizer. Although that, she's trying to do her best right now. So far, she won a racing competition. Skills competition, almost got a little bit close, but not too much. Let's see can freestyle work out better. Although Stabilizer's trying to get in the game right now. I like the way how they made up the body right there. With that big rig look-alike monster truck, kind of look like one of those semi-trucks without the 18-wheelers. And perfect jump right there by Mavis Dracula in the Lucas Oil Stabilizer. Mavis Dracula, so far she's passed her 1 minute, and now she's eligible to make the score, but she has to pull a wow factor. If she can do it, she could possibly take out Morty Smith out, but we don't know yet. It's up to whatever the fans wanted to see right there. So far, she's trying to get up right there, trying to maintain her distance right there, and whoa, okay, a little bit okay right there, but still, and we don't know what's going to happen. 34 seconds to go for Mavis Dracula, Lucas Oil Stabilizer. She's trying to make sure she could beat Morty Smith in a Christmas day. Although her son is watching, Jonathan Lockran, the driver of Max D's watching. And it looks like, wow, not bad. by Mavis Dracula, Lucas Oil Stabilizer, and the Drac Packs are watching, celebrating her on the suites. They're going to see if she's going to make it eligible, but we're going to see what's going to happen. So far, 10 more seconds to go. Can Mavis Dracula pull the upset? I'm not so sure how she's going to do it, but remember, it's up to whatever the fans wanted to see. 2 more seconds to go. Can she still pull it up right there? And going for the last hit right there. And, oh, it looks like the hood is off of the truck. Well, it looks like that was an awesome run by Mavis Dracula, Lucas Oil Stabilizer, and it looks like she's going to turn off her vehicle and try to wave it to the fans right here. What a great Merry Christmas. And that is a great Merry Christmas to all from San Diego, California. Anyway, so let's go look at the replay right now. Mavis Dracula, my goodness, what a great moments right there for her run right there. And she almost got it a backflip and, you know, slightly almost something like that, but not the way she wanted to do. She forgot to do a donut. Maybe could have worked out, but I'm not so sure. Although the hood got off the truck. And we're going to look at the score right now. Now the score to be right now, 9.956 from Morty Smith in Bakugan Dragonoid. We're going to see what's going to happen. What's the score? So far, it's going to be a tight schedule or a tight edge, but we don't know what's going to happen. I think Morty Smith could be a freestyle winner. I'm not so sure yet. It's up to San Diego fans. There it is, 8.862. Although Lucas Oil Stabilizer, Mavis Dracula will not be winning freestyle, but at least she could possibly head the overall event champion. Ladies and gentlemen, your freestyle winner goes to Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid. And that, ladies and gentlemen, it's San Diego, California. And yes, I was right. Overall event champion, Mavis Dracula. Congratulations to her. She is now your overall event champion, San Diego. What a great Merry Christmas for Mavis. Even though she won racing, she came, I believe, 3rd or 2nd place on skills. And she made a 2nd place for freestyle. And let's go look at the points standing right now. Ethan still remaining, taking the lead. Mavis was in 4th place, and now she ranked up again. And now she's trying to get it the game right there. So far, it's going to be a good race out there. And Morty Smith went down to 4th place, but still it's a neck and neck. But right now, they're not like 3rd or 4th place. They're still in the tie between Morty and Mavis. So, yeah. So, I'm not so sure how it goes. So, it is what it is from some of these guys right there. So, that is a good run right there for San Diego. All right, everybody, we want to say thank you guys for watching San Diego show. We hope you guys have a great Merry Christmas. Also, shout out to Beammonsters and the other creators of the mod. We want to say thank you guys for your help, and we hope you guys have a good Merry Christmas as well. If you guys are watching this, thank you, whoever's the creator, the track, and all the trucks, everybody. And shout out to Mr. Beammonsters and the rest of the others. And also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe on AALS3179's channel. But the comment section is turned off on MJNDaC. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what a good show right there. What a good freestyle. This is AALS3179. Good night, everybody. Like I mentioned, Merry Christmas to y'all from San Diego, California.